Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Sunday, November 20th, 2016, and this week I'm bringing you weeks 12 and 13 of my Keto Weekly Weigh-In. Now, before I get started, I want to talk about two things. Number one, I would like feedback from everybody about my lighting in this room. Right now, I'm not liking what I see off of the camera, but I'm asking you to give me your feedback. What do you think? What do you see on the opposite side of the camera? For some reason, it's bright morning and the sun is pouring in, but I'm still not getting enough light in this particular room. As you can see, the walls are light and so are the furniture. So is the furniture, so I don't know why I'm not getting enough light in here. And the light is in front of me. But anyway, moving along from there, I want to talk about what you can eat on the ketogenic diet this week, as well as any week. These are the things that you can eat on the ketogenic diet. Some people are soaring through the morning. They got the breakfast down. They got their bulletproof coffee, or they have their eggs, bacon, and sausage together. They have their breakfast down. They know what they eat, and they rock and roll. They get kind of confused for lunch and dinner. Okay, I'm here to help you with that. It's going to be quite simple. For me, the same foods I eat for dinner are the same type of foods I eat for lunch. You're going to eat meat and vegetables. You're going to eat meat that's been cooked in fat, vegetables cooked in fat, and bam, that's what you have for your lunch and your dinner. Now, the type of meat you want to eat. Let's say you're talking about chicken. Chicken, you want to eat the chicken leg, the chicken wings, and the chicken thighs. You really want to stay away from chicken breast because chicken breast doesn't have enough fat in it. It's 90% protein, very little fat, very little fat. The ketogenic diet is a high-fat diet. So we want to eat things or meats that have a high-fat content. Now, is that to say if I have chicken breast, or let's say a chicken Parmesan breast for dinner one time or lunch one time, is that going to knock me out of ketosis? Am I going to not lose weight? Absolutely not. Once in a while is perfectly fine. Just don't make it a habit of eating foods that have a low-fat content. Chicken breast is much better for you to eat than the Big Mac. I will say that. However, it doesn't have enough fat. So let's try to lean towards other pieces of meats that we can cook. Now, when we talk about chicken breast, we can have pepper chicken. It's like you have pepper steak, kind of slice it up with peppers and onions. You can do the same thing with chicken. Take your chicken thigh, cut it up, fry it up with some peppers and onions, and season that down, and you have that on the side of some broccoli. That's a dinner for you. That's a dinner and lunch, and it is fabulous. The chicken thighs skin, don't throw that away. Some people like pork rinds or pork skins. I don't like pork rinds or pork skins. I like chicken skins. I'll take the skin off of all my thighs, I'll season them down, and I'll fry those in a pan, and it looks just like a pork skin or a pork rind. It's just a chicken skin, and it's absolutely delicious. It's something that I seasoned, that I fried, and I know it tastes good, and there's nothing else in it. Another thing you can have is beef. When you talk about beef, you want to eat beef that has a high fat content in it. Let's talk about ground beef. Ground beef, you have 80-20, and you have some that are in the 70s. So you have 70% of protein, and you have a higher fat content. You want to stay away from the lean ground beef. You want to stay away from the 90% and 10% fat. You want to stay away from that. You want the 80-20, or if you can find 70-30, something like that, you can find. That's the kind of ground beef that you want to get. When it comes to steaks, you want to get steaks that are marbled with a lot of fat. I personally love prime rib steak and prime rib roast, which has a great marbling in it, and it has a great fat content on the outside of that steak. I can eat that all day. Something else you can have is lamb. Lamb has, if you get a leg of lamb, if you get lamb chops, different types of lamb, they have the fat content on the outside. And some of the lamb chops are actually marbled with fat. That's another type of meat that you can get. When you're talking about pork chops. Pork chops, look at your pork chop. Don't get the lean pork chop that's sitting there with absolutely no fat on it. You don't want that. You want the fat, you want the pork chop that's marbled with fat and it has that thick band of fat on the outside. That's the pork chop that you want to get, that fat. You're going to cook all these meats I'm talking about, you're going to cook it in a form of oil or a form of fat. Your good fats are going to be your coconut oil, your avocado oil, your olive oil, your butters. Those are the types of oils you want to cook in. You want to stay away from canola oil. You want to stay away from vegetable oil. You want to stay away from sunflower oil. You don't want those. You want to have oils that have a high fat content in them. This week coming up is Thanksgiving. Can you have turkey? Absolutely, you can have turkey. Turkey has dark meat too. You want to eat that dark meat and you want to enjoy it. And once again, with this holiday season, remember, Thanksgiving is Thursday. It's only one day. Do not look back on Friday and say, oh, I should have not eaten that. Make your own keto snacks to bring with you to the Christmas party at work, or the Christmas party. Lord, I'm jumping already. The Thanksgiving party at work. Take your keto dessert to take with you to if you're going to someone else's home. If you're just having the party at your home or the dinner at your home, you want to make sure you have tons of keto snacks that you and everybody else can have and they will enjoy. Make sure that you maintain and you are successful on your journey, because Thanksgiving is only one day. It's a couple of hours. 24 hours of Thanksgiving, you're probably going to be up for 16. That's it. So don't waste or lose your whole Thanksgiving. Oh, somebody bought a strawberry cheesecake. That's nice that they bought a strawberry cheesecake. Guess what? You can make a cheesecake as well. It can't be strawberry, but you can make a cheesecake as well. And you know what? If you wanted a couple of berries, plain berries, just some strawberries, not strawberry sauce, just take some strawberries that you slice up and put it on top of a piece of cheesecake that you made, that'd be perfectly fine. You can have that. You can take your a block of Philadelphia cream cheese, put it in a bowl, and you put like your vanilla and you put your lemon in there. There's even a recipe for keto condensed milk that you can put in there and make your own cheesecake inside of a cheesecake, and you just put some fresh berries on top of that. Bam! You have a dessert like everybody else. You do not have to ruin your diet or ruin your dessert, or ruin your whole not your dessert, ruin your whole diet because it's Thanksgiving. That means nothing. Thanksgiving is not going to be here forever. The next thing I want to talk about are dairy. The dairy that you can have while on a ketogenic diet are going to be eggs and heavy whipping cream or heavy cream. That's it. And butter. That's pretty much the sum total of your dairy. Butter, heavy whipping cream, heavy cream, and eggs. That's it. Oils, as I said, I mentioned the oils. You want avocado oil, coconut oil, olive oil. You can use duck fat. You can use lard. You can use any good fat, beef tallow, lamb tallow, any of those things you can use to cook your meats, and you want to eat the meat high in fat. Now, when we talk about vegetables, you want to have vegetables that are low starch content, meaning no French fries. Okay, no rutabaga, okay, no squash, unless it's like a spaghetti squash. If it's not like a spaghetti squash, it's like an acorn squash, you want to leave that alone. You want to eat vegetables that are low in starch. Yes, you're saying, oh, well, Felicia, what am I going to eat now? You can eat tons of vegetables. You can have broccoli, you can have greens, you can have kale, you can have lettuce, there's tons and tons and tons, leeks, there's all kinds of vegetables out there for you to have. Spinach, green beans, there's all types, asparagus, there's all types of vegetables that you can have. Just cook them in the fat. Get the fatty cups of meat, cook it in the fat. And that's it. That's it. It's the sum total. That is it. Now, a lot of people ask about artificial sugar, and I told you in my last video from last week that I will be using some artificial sugars for the Christmas season that are coming up. People will be coming to my house for dessert, for dinner actually, for a dinner party, and they're going to want some dessert. And I'm going to use erythritol, and I have xylitol, and I have sucralose. I'm going to use those in the dishes that they're going to have. And if I choose to have a piece of something, maybe, then I'll have it. If not, more than likely, I won't even have anything. Because for me, once I've eaten my meal, I'm satiated and I'm not craving for anything. And that's something else I want to touch on today before I get into the breakdown of my success this week. I want to talk to you about returning to old habits now that the holiday season is upon us. All it takes for some of us is to have a piece of that cheesecake, even if it's cheesecake that we can eat. Or if we ourselves make ice cream that's keto that we can eat. All it takes, for me at least, and I don't know about you, I don't want to speak for you, but I know for me, All it takes is for me to have that bowl of delicious ice cream, and then the next day I want another and another and another and another. I don't want to go back to that. I enjoy eating keto, a higher fat diet, and having absolute control over my appetite. My appetite doesn't control me anymore. Food doesn't control me, I control it. So I like that better. So that's just something I just want to throw out there. The more you have those sweets and you get that sweet taste from the erythritol or the swerve or something like that, don't put yourself in a situation where it's like, oh, I have to have some more and more and more and more and more. Because that sugar, after a while, that you're getting from the artificial sugar might not be enough. And soon you're going to step out and say, I want that Oreo cookie, or I want that piece of chocolate cake, or I want that, cheesecake that they got from the bakery down there that I know they're not using erythritol, and I want to have that instead. I want to have that soda. It's like a drug addict. You can't tell a person who's been free from alcohol or crack cocaine for 20 years and say, here, just have a piece of this, or just have this one sip of alcohol. They're going to want more over a period of time. Their body's it's like that frenzy starts all over again, and they have to have it, those cravings. Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. You make the foods that you can eat and the desserts that you can eat, and you bring it with you. But even the desserts, I would be wary of and leery of. Put little bit of sugar as you can, because you want to make sure you don't cause your body to desire and to crave those sugars again. And I'm going to jump off that subject now. Now I want to talk about my weight loss journey. This week I was very successful. My last weigh-in, I was 220.6 pounds. And as a result of weeks 12 and weeks 13, I've lost 2.8 pounds. I'm now 217.8, and I'm going to show you a picture of that right here. Good morning, everybody. So my total weight for the day is 217.8, and my total body fat is going to be 45.5%. That's 2.2% down. My total body water is 43%, and my total body muscle is... Okay, everybody. So that was my weigh-in. The week before I was 220.6, and then I went down to 217.8 pounds, and I'm very excited about that. This week I did try something that I swore I would never do, but I just wanted to see if I could do it and what would happen. I did some intermittent fasting, and what I would do with my intermittent fasting is I would have my bulletproof coffee in the daytime, more than 1 cup if I wanted, as the day went on, and that was it. I didn't drink or eat anything else except water. And that was it. That was my my stint of my attempt at trying to do intermittent fasting. I also intermittently fast throughout the week, but I don't even want to call it intermittent fast. It's what I tend to always do. I drink my bulletproof coffee, and I don't eat till lunch. And then after I eat lunch, that's it. I don't eat anymore for the rest of the day if I'm not hungry. And if I am, I'll have a little snack at night. But that's pretty much it. I'm rambling on at this moment. So I am 13 minutes and 9 seconds into this video now. And I think that's it for me this week. So I want to say to everybody who is a subscriber of mine, I want to thank you very much for subscribing to this channel. You all truly inspire me and motivate me to do the best that I can do each and every single week. And to those of you out there who are thinking about starting a YouTube channel for your weight loss journey, I would absolutely encourage it, because your subscribers keep you motivated, because you know every 7th day you got to come back and give them feedback. And I absolutely love that. Some people ask me questions throughout the week, and I love that. I love your comments. Please continue to ask your comments. Please continue to ask me any kind of question that you want to ask. And I'm pretty much an open book. I'll answer the question as soon as I possibly can. Lastly, if you are not a subscriber of mine, I ask that you please subscribe to Felicia's Corner. I would love to have you as a subscriber and to join this community. We do interact with each other, so please, please join us so we can offer you the support that you may be looking for as well. Other than that, guys, I think that's it. You have a blessed and safe week, and I will see you next time. And I have a surprise coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm starting something new, and I have a surprise coming up, and I hope that you stick around, and I'll tell you more about it later on, but not this video right now. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. You have a blessed and safe week. Bye.